Hi, friends. Happy Friday. I want to welcome you to my Friday Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Chatella McGuire from Sassy Paper Crafts. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Hello, if you are seeing me for the very first time or if you're watching the replay on YouTube, I post my Friday Facebook Lives on YouTube after we're done every Friday. If you're new, if you have never seen me before, go ahead and leave a comment saying hello. I'd love to chat with you. Today's project is a super fun one. I've made about 50 of these. Not really. I've made a lot of these. It's like, what have you ever found a card design that you love so much that you do it a bunch? This one is super easy, great for a beginner stamper, and it's great for an avid, more advanced stamper too, especially if you're trying to get a lot of cards done quickly. So before we get to the card though, let me talk about what is going on in June. June is halfway done somehow. I don't know how. But right now we have the last chance sale going on where you can get products up to 50% off. Now, a lot of things have already sold out. So if you want to get in on the last chance product sale and get things before they're gone, click the shopping link in the description of this video and you'll be able to go to my online store and see what's left because like I said, lots of things have already sold out. Also, we have the buy one, get one 50% off of the kits collection. That is going on until June 30th as well. So if you would like to get your kits, you buy one, you get one 50% off. And as a customer, you get the 50% off the most expensive kit. As a demonstrator, you will as well, but make sure you're putting, if you're a demonstrator doing a demonstrator order, make sure you're putting the most expensive kit second. That's the one you're going to get the 50% off of. All right, let me shut off my camera, flip you around, and we're going to get started on our project today. Like I said, this project, you guys, I've made so many of these cards because I just love it so much. Hold on, try and get you. See in my desk, let's see. There we go. I have a little stamping there. It's okay. I've been crafting today. So let me show you the cards. I've made a bazillion of these. These are ones we haven't done yet. How cute is that? With all designer series paper. I colored that one. That's that perfectly penciled designer series paper. It's all black and white. I colored that with the fresh Freesia Stampin' Blend. There's that one. Seriously done this card so many times. I just did that one for Father's Day. I heat embossed on that. This is a super quick card, so we're going to do two of them. I'm going to be using the Celebrating You stamp set. This is a cling stamp set. It has 16 stamps in it. This one I definitely recommend if you are just starting out and building your collection because look at all the great sentiments you get. There's literally something in here for every single occasion. Love this stamp set. So let's get started on our first card. I'm going to be using some retiring products here. This is the Sweet Talk Designer Series paper that we're using. And before we do like stamping, because it's really quick, I'm going to show you a trick, especially when you're making a lot of cards. So I have these little strips. I'll show you a card. These little strips that go on the front. These are embossed. I don't know if you can see the detail in there, but those are embossed. We're going to do that first. I have the Stripes and Splatters 3D embossing folder, and this week I've been talking all about using what you have. Oops. So I have these, and I really haven't used them that much, so I wanted to get them out and use what I have. So I have two strips since we're doing two cards. I'm just going to lay those in there, and this is one of those embossing folders that doesn't really matter how they go in because it's splatters, right? So they can go in any way you want. I'm going to grab my mini stamp and cut and emboss machine because this one will fit in the mini. The number 1 plate, a number 2 cutting plate, our folder with the seam side first, and then a plate on top of that. Wait, that's not right. That's not right. Hold on. That's for die cutting. Hold on. Ha. I don't need that. I need this. Plate number 1. Let's try this again. Embossing folder. Plate number 4, because this is a 3D. There. Now we can run it through. And if you ever find that it doesn't go through, stop. because that's not what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to go through like butter, like this. And I'm losing my hair. I got little pieces of my hair all over the place. Good times. All right, so now let me put this to the side, put this away quick. And I'm seriously, we're gonna make these cards in about 5 minutes. They're super easy. So I have my embossed pieces. And I'm going to show you what I like to do when I'm making, especially if I'm doing multiple. So the first thing I do is I cut all of my pieces. So we have the Sweet Talk one. I have a piece for the inside. This is going to go on the inside piece. I have my card base. I'm going to get my other one ready to go too. Card base, designer series paper, piece for the inside, done. So now we're going to stamp. So now we got to decide what stamps we want to use. So I think I'm going to make one a birthday card. I think I'm going to do happy birthday. And then I also think I'm going to do lots of love because I like the hearts. So we're going to go pull out lots of love and happy birthday, which is here. I don't know. Yeah, happy birthday. I want happy birthday. And I'm going to grab an H block. And what I did for a lot of them is I pulled colors that were either in the designer series paper or my card base. So this is Smoky Slate. This is Highland Heather. I think I'm going to go with those cards. And the great thing, or those cards, those colors, the great thing about this card is you can use whatever colors you have. So if you have a designer series paper that has Pacific Point, use Pacific Point, and that it's all about using what you have. I'm going to get my Highland Heather out and we'll do happy, oh no, we're going to do lots of love on that one. We're doing happy birthday here. Look at my Smoky Slate. Let's lay that down. Ink it up. Lightly tapping, not pushing too hard. And I'm going to go in the bottom left or right, sorry, bottom right corner of my card. Looks good to me. Now, if you mess that up, the great thing about stamping first is if you mess that up, you could always cover it with your inside piece if you needed to. I think that looks good. I'm okay with it. We're going to go with that. So I'll put my Smoky Slate away because really it's very minimal stamping. I'm going to clean off my stamp before we switch it out and put on lots of love and go in with the Highland Heather. Grab my Highland Heather, lots of love. And you could even go darker if you want. You could go Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to do tone on tone. Same spot on the card base. Done. Stamping is complete. Now all that's left to do is put the cards together. I'm going to grab my bone folder and just burnish that edge. Grab my seal. Don't want this one yet, so I'm going to put on, I like the stripes, but I also like the hearts, and since we put lots of love, I think I'm going to go with the hearts. And this is the Sweet Talk Designer Series paper. This is for way more than just Valentine's Day. You definitely can use it for Valentine's Day. And all I'm doing here is just lining up the corners before I push it down. And then we're going to take our embossed little strip. This is just the right size for the seal. And I'm covering up probably about 1/4 of an inch of that designer series paper. And then we're going to take our piece for the inside and our little strip. Make sure it's going the right side up. And again, I'm just matching the corners before I push it down. Put this on. And then let's put our other card together and then we will add some bling. So I like this, the flowery piece, but I really like the gold too. So I'm going to go with the gold side. I'm doing the same thing again, just lining up. Oh, I didn't burnish it. And see how it sticks up like that? When you use your bone folder to go over it, it doesn't stick up anymore. So it makes it a lot easier to put this paper on. And another thing you could do, instead of doing this embossed strip, you could even wrap some ribbon around there. The possibilities with this card are endless. That's why I've made so many. Then I'm going to take our little strip. And this is also a great way to use up your designer series paper. I asked in my VIP group who uses the designer series paper, and some people said that they have it, they just don't use it. And I know it's so pretty, you never even want to cut into it, but guys, if you have it, use it. So now let's add a bit of bling. I'm just going to grab my bone folder because it's sitting here. I have some of the gilded gems here, and I just want to use these up because obviously they're about gone. You know what? I'm going to grab a paper piercer. I don't know how people use the bone folder for that. I've seen it done 1,000 times. It doesn't work for me. So I'm putting 3 down. I'm going to have 1 left over. I'll find a use for it. I always put my middle one down first, especially when I'm creating a line. That way I can kind of space them and make them as straight as possible. And then for the Lots of Love card, I have some of these pastel pearls, which are also retiring. I only have 2 of the like Highland Heather ones. The pink would look cute though because we have pink, and I also have gorgeous grape. I don't know, what do you guys think? Purple or pink? Think purple. Let's go purple. So again, just 1 in the middle there. And then 1 on either side that's a little bit crooked, but it's a handmade card. They're not perfect. I'm stuck to that one. There, got it. And that's it, guys. This is the card. So fast. So you can see how I've made, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we can't have that. I'm going to have to make 1 more just so I have 10 of them. But let me know in the comments if you'll be trying out this design, if you use your designer series paper, and which one of these cards do you like the best? Let me know. I will be live on Sunday, on Father's Day, in my VIP group. So click the link in the description here to join the VIP group and get exclusive video tutorials with PDFs. So I will be live Sunday, and I will be back here next Friday. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.